It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got the rocket-armed Will Levis. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Packers and the Colts on Thursday night primetime.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He was defended by Christian Gonzalez.
To throw is Cousins.
Short throw, cut.
And I think the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
On first down, Levis. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's because, you know, in player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 97 yards.
And now he's playing a Thursday night game, short week. You know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tunnel. For this game.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of. Looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A second down carry for Booker. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers! Justin Jefferson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete there to Rice. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, it's Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. You look at this Packers defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Levis. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Levis to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Colts first down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cousins to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he'll find Hall. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Levis looking to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Levis from the gun. And he's got Booker. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Levis sets up to throw here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. Very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball forward. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying to preach.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Levis. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Levis now on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the press. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. So we have come to halftime. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here. 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got
touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over.
There he goes, right side. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll give to Cook on the read option. Pushing his way through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He stiff arms it. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd down and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Levis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right there without a license. Don't